Hey guys, Senior Thesis Bart here with a special review of Attack on Titan, the live action movie, Part 2. 4.5 out of 10. It sucked. It was just as bad as Part 1. Now, there was the interesting thing about this one is there were parts where it was actually better, and you could see kind of a development if they had a trilogy going, where they could have taken the storyline. But a lot of it was just convoluted or convoluted and just like unnecessary, superfluous. So that was really disappointing. The bright sides were there's some really good fighting scenes that can remind me of the old Godzilla movies. So they did that decently well, and every scene with the Colossal Titan is great, but the rest was just bad. So the plot basically picks up after Eren was captured after being revealed as a Titan. And it's a convoluted version of the conspiracy, like the government revolution arc of Attack on Titan if you're reading the manga. If not, they'll probably get to that in season 2. And I'm going to spoil bits of it, but it doesn't really spoil the manga or the anime because it doesn't relate to it because this movie is just off the walls. And what else? The ceiling of the wall. So they spoiler it, they do end up resealing the wall, but that that was so stupid. I'm sorry, I didn't like this movie. Um, but the government arc, so they decide to try, well, as Eren's being tried, instead of actually deciding to use him for the sake of the military and humanity and sitting against the wall, he gets kidnapped by another humanoid looking Titan. And in a flashback earlier, it's revealed that he had a brother who his father experimented on both him and his brother to see what was going on with the Titans. And it was weird because, again, it just kind of destroys the dad's whole arc and reason for doing things. It creates a character that's alluded to but not ever really confirmed. And if the character is who I think it is, which I'll get to a little bit later, then it's just weird. Then it's just weird. So, anyways, Eren gets captured. He gets later wakes up in his raggedy clothes with Shikishima, aka the Levi replacement. Which after seeing this, you'll be even more glad they just scrapped Levi because this dude is awful and weird. So, and they're in this weird base area, and Shikishima's like, "Oh, I rescued you from the Titan, not all suspicious at all," and proceeds to explain how the Titans were made. And it was a freaky scene because for at least one part of it, when Eren's waking up, there's a jukebox playing an American song in a Japanese movie, and it goes on with nothing but that song, and Eren being like, "What's going on?" and trying to find out where the music's coming from and what the jukebox is for about 2 minutes, and later Shikishimi like saunters up with glasses of champagne, and you're like, what is going on? And then he hits a button. He has a remote control, hits a button, and you get a monologue, like kind of old history records of how the Titans were created. And the next thing you know, they're in lounge chairs in sand, wearing all white, so white pants, button down, blousy white shirts, and you're like, when did you get the time to change? Why would you change? And Shikishima is being very homoerotic towards Eren, but it's weird because Shikishima is probably Eren's older brother. It's never confirmed or denied, and so it's just incestuous. Whatever he takes Eren's girl, he takes Eren's wife, he's trying to take over Eren's life apparently. But anyways, so it turns out he's leading a revolution, and what he wants to do is blow a hole in the inner walls and let the Titans through all three walls to be like, oh, screw humanity. Yeah, and I can't do too much without spoiling a bit of where the Titans come from, but he's just like, screw the humanity, screw the government. And so he's going through with that plan and doesn't tell that to Eren. So when Eren and Co meet up with the group that's going towards the wall to blow it up, then Eren's like, you didn't tell me about this. I didn't sign up for this. And Shikishima proceeds to lay the smackdown on Eren. And that was actually probably one of my favorite scenes because it's like, dude, this character sucks. And Mikasa, let me get into Mikasa for a minute. She's worse. She's actually worse. I don't know how, but she is. So it's like during the trial when she could have been defending Eren, it's like, he's human. I've known him as a human all my life. She just sits there and looks at him and just like whispers, Eren, and sighs. And that's it. And then after Eren gets taken away by the giant titan, she gets in front of the other characters like, I finally care about you. And he's like, no, no you don't, Mikasa. No you don't. She was really useless. And apparently, back to the fight scene, so it turns out that Shikishima was the titan that kidnapped Eren. Plot twist, woohoo, we saw that a mile away. And Mikasa's and Eren, no, Armin asked Mikasa's like, did you know about this? And she's like, oh, about him being a titan? Yeah, but I didn't know about his crazy plan. Like, that makes it all better. So some of the cast that we don't care about dies, like the big sumo dude who can judo flip a titan.